Morning, good people. This is Lee Craft, the host of The What If podcast. Today's show is Favor is Fair. And I'm going to explain to you why I said favor is fair. I know some of y'all probably saying, Lee Craft, where are you going with this, Lee Craft? Hey, it's simple, man. I'm just trying to give you something that make you say, you know what? I get what Lee Craft is saying. You know, we have a tendency of saying a lot of times, you know, with tradition and everything, favor ain't fair. Man, that ain't fair. But I'm here to tell you, I beg a difference, sir. Favor is fair. I'm going to tell you why. When you doing your life, right, say you came out of a rough patch. You've been doing wrong all your life, right? All of a sudden you try to make a 180, start doing good, and God start blessing you. Ain't that favor? Favor is fair, right? But the people who know your backdrop and everything say, man, I remember when. I'm just telling you. But when you change, they don't change. That's why I said favor is fair. But be mindful. People don't want you to have what you got because they feel what you got should have happened to them. They should be getting that because they said they ain't been doing what you did. Yeah. The only problem with them not doing what you did is you don't know what they did. They probably did something worse. See, that's the thing. See, because people, I try to tell people all the time. See, when your business is in the newspaper, on TV, or going through the neighborhoods and everything, people know what you did. But when you're doing things in the dark, they might find out about 5 months or a year later. You think you're clear. But Miss Jordan said a long time ago, if it don't get you in the wash, it get you in the rinse. But before we get started, if you have any comments or concerns, please email me at leecraftwhatif@gmail.com or go to Anchor, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Threads, or Instagram. Look for the animated black man with a white beard, smiling and profiling, and finally realize that everybody's trying to size me up. Look, people, you don't have to take what I'm saying, but the truth needs no ground to stand on. It needs no foundation because it can stand alone. That's the truth. That's how it works. Favor isn't, no, I almost said it myself. Favor is fair. See what I mean? You get caught in saying some of these things over and over and over and over again until you start planting seeds. That's how they get you. That's how they get you with the wheel tax, with the gas increase, all the different things. You say, well, everything's going up. No, I don't think it's going up. The price of what we're paying for. The manufacturer, the cost of it is still based on the same thing. But we plant those seeds, start believing those things. So that's why I said favor is fair. Let God deal with everything else. I'm gonna give you a good example. The Pastor Lee Craft, take it home, bring it home, Lee Craft. I'm gonna bring it home. I'm gonna knock out the ball. Look, y'all recall that show, The Good Son? Way back in the day, is Macaulay Culkin and Elijah Wood, I believe. They were first cousins. And Elijah Wood's father, I think, on his mother passed, and he had to go somewhere to take his business out of town. So he asked his sister to stay with them for a minute while he was out of town. He come back and get she said, yeah, sure. And so, like I said, he stayed with his first cousin, right? And Macaulay Culkin, he was terrible. As far as, man, he was ruthless. He would go on throwing bricks off a bridge, causing cars to have accidents, all those things, and come to find out that his mother found out that he drowned his sibling, his sister. But be mindful. No matter what you're going through, I can guarantee you one thing, that is going to be okay as long as you make God a part of your life. That's the what if guarantee. What if you add God to your diet? I guess you say, no, Willie Craig, you're right. Favor is fair. Look, so back to the story. So Elijah's cousin tried to tell his auntie what her son was doing, but she didn't want to believe that. You know, when you got somebody that you deal with on a daily basis and everything, you don't want to say, no, it could be my son, it could be my brother, it could be my. You hoping it won't be, but sometimes it is. So make a long story short, she started having doubts about what her son was doing. So she was out there thinking one day, and I forgot how it happened. But anyway, though, I think her son tried to kill her, his own mother. Hit in the head and knocked out, and the other son, his cousin, intervened and saved them, and they fell off the top of a cliff, and they were hanging on the side of a cliff. So when the mother kind of got herself together, she grabbed one son, grabbed her son, and grabbed her nephew, you know, and the son said, Mama, pull me up, Mama. You gotta use both hands, Mama, to pull me up, Mama. And because both of them were kind of slipping, and her nephew was looking at her like, oh Lord, I don't stand a chance because that's her son. She gonna choose her son over me, even though he been so bad. But you know what? She let her son go and saved her nephew. Favor is fair. That was a tough decision that she had to make at that time, but she made it. That's why I say to people, favor is fair. You know, people come into your life and you build a relationship with those people and stuff. That's how they get favor. That's how you get favor with God. As you talk to God every day, as you pray to God, your Heavenly Father, you start communicating every day, tell them things that you're going through. You thank God for the good time, thank God for the bad time. You keep on thanking Him because He knows you. That's how you get favor. That's why I said favor is fair. But favor ain't fair to those who not getting favor because jealous of you. People want to hold your past against you. But God don't. When you make that change, that's it. That's all He wants, for you to do better. And for the ones that hold on to talking about what you did, they ain't doing no better. That's why they don't have favor. They have some flavor. But all I'm saying to people, favor is fair. Like I said, I probably like some my children already tell me, Daddy, you're not a good storyteller. But I know one thing. What comes from the heart reaches the heart. So, like I said, hopefully that makes somebody say, no, what, Lee Craft, you own something there. Favor is fair. So when you go out doing those bad things and think something good will come out of that, yeah, that's why you ain't getting. That's why you still getting some of the negative things that you've been getting. Nothing. So, like I said, people, that's my story for this morning. Favor is fair. So, hope you enjoyed the story. If you didn't, email me. Let me know what's going on, so I can try and do a little better. I don't know how much better I'm going to do, but it is what it is, right? Because favor is fair, right? So, with that being said, this is Lee Craft. This is my podcast. What if you have any comments or concerns, please email me at leecraftwhatif@gmail.com. One band, one sound. Together, we got an opportunity to turn this whole world around. But in order to have a real conversation, you got to have real people. If you want to have a real conversation, have a blessed day. And please find time and make time to tell God thank you for that favor because it is fair. Stay blessed.